This video examines the final meals of some infamous murderers who were sentenced to death row. In all the cases, these inmates chose very specific, very unique meals before they met their death. So, let's begin the video. Number 1. Anthony Sanchez. On December 20, 1996, Anthony Sanchez was put to death by lethal injection for the murder of Julie Buskin, a 21-year-old who had been bound, raped, and shot in the head close to Lake Stanley Draper in far southeast Oklahoma City. The murder went unsolved for years until new DNA evidence matched Sanchez, who was serving time for burglary. Sanchez requested chicken fried steak, fried okra, mashed potatoes with gravy, sweet iced tea, apple pie with vanilla ice cream, and a roll for his final dinner. Sanchez, who always maintained he was innocent, was put to death by lethal injection. Number 2. John Wayne Gacy. John Wayne Gacy is regarded as one of America's worst serial killers, having killed at least 33 people and raped numerous boys. Gacy requested a bucket of KFC chicken, 12 fried prawns, a pound of strawberries, French fries, and a Diet Coke before receiving the deadly injection in 1994. Gacy had managed 3 KFC restaurants in his younger life, in addition to volunteering as a clown to entertain children in the hospital. Number 3. David Earl Miller. David Earl Miller, the death row inmate in Tennessee with the longest waiting period, was a drifter living with a church pastor. At the age of 22, he savagely killed Lee Standifer, a 23-year-old, in 1981. The young woman met Miller for a drink before they went back to the pastor's house, and Miller smashed her skull with a fire poker and repeatedly stabbed her. For his last meal, the 61-year-old asked for fried chicken. He had successfully appealed against death by lethal injection, choosing to be put in the electric chair instead. The final words he spoke were, "It beats being on death row." Number 4. Timothy McVey. In 1995, Timothy McVey exploded a truck bomb underneath a federal government building in Oklahoma City, leaving 168 people dead and 680 people injured. McVey expressed no regrets over the devastating act of domestic terrorism. His final meal before receiving his lethal injection was 2 pints of mint chocolate chip ice cream. Number 5. Fritz Harmon. Following World War I, Friedrich Heinrich Karl Harmon, sometimes known as the Butcher of Hanover, sexually raped, killed, and mutilated at least 24 boys and young men all over Germany. In accordance with German tradition, Harmon was not told of his scheduled execution until the night before. He was offered an expensive cigar and a cup of Brazilian coffee for his last meal. He was beheaded by guillotine. Number 6. Peter Kürten. Due to a series of horrific killings in the German city of Dusseldorf in 1929, Peter Kürten earned the nickname, the Vampire of Dusseldorf. Wiener Schnitzel, fried potatoes, and a bottle of white wine were served to Kürten as his final meal before he was set to be killed by guillotine 2 years later. Number 7. Richard Cooey. 2 college students in Akron, Ohio, were raped, stabbed, and tortured by 19-year-old Richard Cooey in 1986. It took nearly 20 years for Cooey to be put to death, with the killer famously arguing that at 125 kilograms, he was too obese to be executed. His hunger was evident in his last meal. He ordered a bottle of Mountain Dew, a bucket of Rocky Road ice cream, Bear Claw pastries, 4 fried eggs and buttered toast, French fries, onion rings, and hash browns. He did not finish his last meal until midnight, and the following morning he was put to death. Number 8. Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy, one of America's most infamous serial killers, confessed to killing 30 young women and girls, but it's thought that the true number is much higher. Since Bundy didn't request food while he was on death row, he was served steak, eggs, toast with jam and butter, hash browns, coffee, and juice as his final meal at the Florida State Prison. He didn't even have a single bite. Now, it's time to conclude the video. Thanks for being to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and tell us what you think about this video below in the comments section. Let's meet again with another interesting video.